So we're here today with Jeremy Lowe to talk about a new loan product that I think is going to help many people in our area that thought that they couldn't buy a home. We're going to have an opportunity for you now. So Jeremy, tell us about this new loan product.
Yeah, Brian, I'm excited about this. It's offered through Louisiana Housing Corporation, and it's called Keys for Service.
So what is Louisiana Housing Corporation? What is that entity?
Louisiana Housing it's based out of, it's a bond program. It's based out of, it's a Louisiana thing. It's a governmental, statewide thing.
And and they're there to enhance home ownership for people who may need a little bit of help, right?
That is correct. Yeah, they're promoting home ownership because they know that, of course, the value of it.
Sure. So what does a product like this mean to somebody? I know we've had a lot of products out here like this in the past, but typically it was for people that were much lower on the economic income scale than what's now. So tell us kind of what's different with this than what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, so first of all, Keys for Service, the uniqueness of this, it's a 4% down payment and closing cost assistance.
So it could be used for either or, whether down payment, if you need a down payment for that loan type, but even if you didn't need the down payment, like say if it was a VA loan, you didn't need it, somebody could use that money for their closing costs.
That's correct. You can get creative with it.
Okay.
So the cool thing about the 4% assistance is that it's forgivable. It's within a 5-year forgivable period.
So tell me a little bit more, dive into that just a little bit.
4% of the sales price or the loan amount, that is given again, forgivable 1/60th of a time. So 60 payments in 5 years. So once you're on your second payment, it's been 2 payments forgiven. Once you're on your 30 payment, it's 30/60th forgiven, half forgiven.
So if we're just talking round numbers, if the down payment assist, the 4% was $10,000, a portion of that with each payment is forgiven throughout the process. So if you sell the home in 2.5 years, 5,000 of that 10 is forgiven. You won't have to pay 5,000, but you'll still have to pay the other 5,000 back.
That is correct.
Now, if you stay in the home, you live in it for 64 months, your primary residence, and you decide to sell, you don't have to give anything back, right?
That is fully forgiven.
Great.
So every payment that you're making during those 60 months, none of that is being applied to the second mortgage that's being forgiven. Those payments are only being applied to your first mortgage, like a normal first mortgage loan. So the second 4% is fully forgiven after that 60th payment has been made. That's a great thing.
Man, I mean, it's like free money, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not want to take advantage of that? Now, the other thing is, we briefly touched on the income limits, but to me, this is huge. I mean, what is the income limits now for this, for a household?
So it is increased to $125,000 household income limit.
Okay.
And that's going to be specified to certain career fields. It's a broad range. So
but before we get into the career fields, so just make sure I have a clear understanding. So if it's a 2-income household, and one individual is making $30,000 a year and the other one is making $80,000 a year, we still fall within that threshold of less than $125,000. So we would qualify, right?
That is correct.
And if we have someone that is a single person household and they make $80,000 a year, they still would apply for this, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, as long as we don't exceed the household income limit of 125, it can, however it pieces together, you're going to be good for that.
Now, who would qualify? What career? So this is career-based. So what career fields would qualify for this loan package?
Yeah, so Keys for Service is specifying, trying to give a shout out, trying to give some love to people in law enforcement, firefighters, first responders. That could be paramedics. It also extends into the teaching career field of educators, hospitals, physicians, assisted living, nursing homes. So it's a very broad range. Keys for Service is trying to speak to that. We're handing house keys to people that are serving our local community on the front lines.
So what if they work for a physician?
If they're full-time, that's one caveat there. They do need to be employed full-time for a physician, for a hospital.
But we're talking about the staff that works for the physician too, the way we read this. So the staff with the physician, the staff that works full-time at a pharmacy, the staff that works at a nursing home or assisted living, also based on the requirements that we went through, all of these people are eligible for this program, correct?
That is correct.
Man, for the first time I think I've ever seen to where they actually broke it down to where it's now the people under the elite. And I'm not trying to say that, our physicians are the elite, but it's like all the programs are for the people that already kind of have it. And now we have a program that's for the people that go to work every day, they work hard, and they just want a program that's going to work for them. I think this is it.
Yeah. A couple other cool caveats to go along with that, Brian, is that this would apply for a conventional loan, a FHA loan, a VA loan, and a rural development loan. So you have a lot of options of how to package that thing.
Wow.
And you need a minimum of a 640 credit score. So there's not a lot of really stringent qualifiers there. 640 credit score, $125,000 household income. It's a broad range.
It is. So I mean, I'm thankful that you're the one that brought this to me and said, hey, Brian, have you've heard of this? And I mean, I haven't. I've heard of other programs. Now, I don't know that this specifies you have to be a first-time homeowner, but I know that you can't be on a home right now.
That is correct.
So if you've been a homeowner in the past, currently renting now, I believe this program you'll be eligible for that, right?
The way that, and I can give you further clarification, but the way that the writing reads, that it says they cannot own a home at the time of the purchase.
Yeah, and this does need to be your primary residence as well. So
that is correct.
We can't use this for vacation homes. I mean, as much as we would want to, these programs are there for people that go to work every day and just want that American dream of home ownership. So, Jeremy, man, I really appreciate you bringing this to my attention. And guys, if you have questions about this program or want more details, or just see if you qualify for it, please reach out to myself or Jeremy. We'll make sure that our information is on the screen or in the description below. But I think this is a great plan for our community, and I think it's going to open many doors or have the keys to those doors available for many people.
And I think it's a reflection of what our state sees as being valuable.
Sure.
The growth of our state, the economic growth, just the overall growth. So I think it's pretty cool to be able to release this news to the public.
Yeah, Jeremy, thanks for taking the time with us, guys. We're going to have all the information below, but more than anything, reach out to either myself or Jeremy. We'd be more than happy to walk you through this process to see if this plan is right for you or your family.